The NFL head coaching hiring cycle is pretty much in the books, and I'm going to be grading and reacting every single head coach that was hired during this cycle. There's only one team that hasn't hired their head coach, but we'll get into that in a second. But first, a quick word from today's sponsor. Guys, let me tell you something. BetAnySports.eu is the greatest gambling website in the history of mankind. I mean, these guys are fucking amazing. They have so many options to choose from sports betting to casinos to lotteries. The actual website itself is so easy to use. It's so straightforward. Anybody can get it. And their deposit options are absolutely amazing. You got debit cards, you got credit cards, you got cryptocurrencies. You name it, they got it. Right now, we have an exclusive promo for you guys. 25% cash bonus plus an extra 5% if you use my link in the description. So go ahead, use the link in the description, deposit now, and you're gonna get a 30% cash bonus. But here, let me show you guys how amazing this website actually is. Let's start off with the sports betting section. I mean, look at the options they have. I mean, god damn it, you can bet on the Grammy Awards. The Grammy Awards! What website do you know that offers odds for Grammy Awards? Look at this, you got the odds boosted section, same game parlays, football, basketball, soccer, baseball, hockey, tennis, fighting, you name it, they got absolutely everything. And the best part about BetAnySports.eu is their live betting. Here, let's take a look at their Live Lines Pro. I love the Live Lines Pro. I use it all the time. You guys know how much I love to catch teams down live. That's the best way to gamble. And here, let me take a look. Let me show you guys. Here, take a look at this. They show you everything that's live right now, everything that you can bet on. And the best part is you can actually watch the game when you bet. So you can live bet and watch your bet cash in real life. I mean, in my opinion, the greatest sports betting website. They have the best lines. They have the best intersurface. It's amazing. Now let's take a look at their casino section because I love their casino section. There's nothing like throwing a couple dollars on a roulette table, smoking a little cig at 2 in the morning. It's the best that there is. Here, let me show you guys truly how awesome this casino section is. They have 12 different casinos you can go on to. So here, let's just pick a random one just for fun. I'll show you. And the amount of games they got is unbelievable. It's truly unbelievable. Look at this, look at this. This is just one casino. This is just one. There's 12 more you can choose from. Any games you want, anytime you want. Why would you ever want to go to a real casino when you have everything right in front of you on your computer? The lottery is amazing. Who doesn't want to play a little bit of lottery? Here, let's show off the lottery. They have lotteries for over 45 states. They have so many options. Any type of lottery you want to play, they got it. They got horse racing. They have every type of gambling known to mankind. Why would you not want to join BetAnySports.eu? I truly love their website. I really do. These guys are amazing. The actual website itself is so straightforward, so easy to use. Deposit methods are so simple. The actual lines they have. Guys, you know I'm a sports bettor. That's my predominantly gambling. I mean, I gamble on casinos, gamble on lotteries, but the sports betting is my bread and butter. They have the best lines. They have the most amount of options to bet on. They have everything. I'm telling you guys, now is the opportunity. Make sure to use the link in the description. Get 25% plus an extra 5%. That's a 30% cash bonus with the link in the description. Deposit something, get the 30% cash bonus, and start gambling now at BetAnySports.eu, the greatest gambling website in the world. The first head coaching hire we're going to be going over is Mike Vrabel to the New England Patriots. And that is an A. Easy A. I absolutely love this hire. Love this hire. Vrabel has head coaching experience. He was successful with Tennessee, and even when he was fired by Tennessee, there was a lot of questions as to why he was fired by Tennessee. But him going to the Patriots is a perfect fit for a couple reasons. Let's start with one. He is a no-nonsense type of guy. He's very serious, and he gets the job done. This is perfect for the Patriots, who are young and need a little bit of a rebuild, reset, that they didn't have ever since Belichick and Brady stopped doing their thing. Now, Vrabel is here, ready to take over and ready to instill discipline into this Patriots team. But most importantly, why this is an A-grade head coaching hire. Mike Vrabel is a former Patriot himself. He's won a Super Bowl with the New England Patriots in the early dynasty days. This man knows the Patriot way. He is going to very effectively, in my opinion, put the Patriot way in work. I get it. Gerard Mayo's also a former player, also on the defense, but he's not Vrabel. Gerard Mayo had no experience as a head coach. Vrabel is not coming into this job with no experience. He was a great head coach for Tennessee, and he's going to be a great head coach for the Patriots. This is an A. As a Jets fan, I'm a little bit upset because Vrabel's obviously a very good coach. He's going to make the Patriots a lot better, but I can't. Unbiased, it was great. It's a great hire. I love it. Good defense that he's going to make better, I guess you could say. Their defense wasn't all that, but he's going to make them real good. Real good. And offense, he'll be able to do his job. Most importantly, he's a good head coach. He's going to be respected by the players. He's going to be respected within the organization. And Mike Vrabel to the Patriots, that's an A for me. Ben Johnson to the Chicago Bears. I'm not big on this one, and I'm going to grade this one a C+. The reason why I'm giving this a C+ is not because of the Bears, not because of Ben Johnson, but more so the fact that historically speaking, offensive coordinators turned head coaches are not great. Not great at all. So just going off history and this logic, this is not going to be an A+ grade. It's not going to be a B. It's going to be a C+, maybe a B in that ballpark. Look, Ben Johnson was a fantastic offensive coordinator. He did amazing things with the Lions calling plays. But guess what? It doesn't fucking matter what he did with the Lions. It's completely irrelevant. This man, offensive play calling may not translate in Chicago. And most importantly, he cannot play call. He already, I don't know if he said it or not, but you guys can let me know if he's going to play call or not. If he's play calling, Bears are fucked. Bears are so fucked. Bears are so fucked, it's not even funny. He cannot be a play caller and a head coach. It's one or the other. You can't do both. You can't do both. But the positive of this, Caleb is going to have some sort of success with Ben Johnson. I'm not going to lie to you. He will have success with Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson is going to make him a better player, better passer, and install a much more efficient offensive playbook for the Bears, who have just looked dysfunctional on offense for God knows how long now. Ben Johnson may not be a great defensive coach, but offensively, Bears will get a little bit better. Overall, though, I'm not a fan of it. I'm not a fan of this hire at all. I get it. Ben Johnson was the big, desirable coach everybody was looking for, the candidate everybody wanted. I think he's overrated as a head coach. He's not overrated as an offensive coordinator. As a head coach, I think Ben Johnson is super overrated. I don't think he's that good. And I don't think he's going to be that good with the Bears. I really don't. Their offense is going to get better. Caleb is going to get better. But as an overall team, I think what they lacked on offense will be made up for, but it's going to cost them their efficient defensive play. Bears are a dumpster fire of an organization. It's going to continue to be that way. I don't see Ben Johnson changing anything besides making the offense slightly better. This is a C+. Nothing more to say for this one. Next one was the New York Jets hiring Aaron Glenn. I'm going to give this one a B. Unbiased. I mean, a little bit biased, but at the same time, unbiased. The positive of Aaron Glenn is very similar to the positive of Vrabel, where it's a former player. Aaron Glenn was a longtime player for the Jets, a good defensive player for the Jets. Now he's coming back to the team that drafted him, and he's able to start his head coaching career with them and potentially make some noise. The things he's been saying at the press conferences have been all right, like perfect, what I want to hear, right? He's not play calling defense. He's going to be the head coach. He's going to be a no-nonsense type of guy. He's serious, and he wanted this job, which is a key, right? So he wants the job, which he got the job. He doesn't want to play call, which I like because head coach should not be play calling in my opinion. And he is getting an opportunity with a team that needs a new direction. Will he point them in that new direction? I doubt it. And that's why I'm only giving it a B. There's no real way to judge the guy if you don't know what he's going to be. And you don't know what he's going to be. He's never been a head coach in his life. It's his very first head coaching job. And he's going into an organization that needs to have a complete 180, huge turnover. A lot of things need to change in the Jets organization. And I don't think Aaron Glenn single-handedly will be able to change it. Could he make the team better? Yes. Will he make the defense better than it was this past season? Because it was atrocious this past season. I think so. But offensively, where are we going to go? The Jets' problem is always offense. And I don't think a guy like Aaron Glenn is going to be the answer on offense. And I don't know, unless he hires some splash offensive coordinator, which I doubt, Jets' offense is still going to suck. He may try to push in a new culture for the Jets, but will it be enough to change this shitty-ass franchise? I doubt it. I'm not upset about Aaron Glenn. But I'm not, oh my God, this is going to be the changer of all changers. We needed Aaron Glenn. He's going to save the franchise. That's not my perspective. I feel indifferent about it. As a Jets fan, I'm sick and tired of the same old fucking product we get year in and year out. We have not made the playoffs in 15 fucking years. We have not done shit in 10 years. The last time we had a season above 500 was 10 fucking years ago. It's a disaster. It's a complete disaster. Until I see some sort of result, I'm not going to be happy with the head coaching hire. I saw this exact thing with Robert Saleh, Adam Gase, Todd Bowles. It's the same shit. Show me the results and then I'll be happy. I'm happy we got Aaron Glenn. I'm not going to lie, but it doesn't mean shit until I see results on the football field. Aaron Glenn's a B, and that's what it is. Jacksonville Jaguars hiring Liam Coen as their head coach. This is a D. This is a D, big D. Big D. Let's start with the fact that this man cannot hit a Duval County to save his life. Did you guys see that press conference? How awkward was that? He's like, Duval County. You got to put some emphasis on it. Duval County. I'm not even from Duval County. And motherfucker, I can hit a Duval County better than this fool. More importantly, the reason why I'm giving this man a D, he already said he's going to play call, meaning he's still going to be an offensive play caller while being the head coach. That's a disaster. He's putting too much pressure on himself, and it's not going to work. No way. It's not going to work. He needs to focus on either play calling or being a head coach. If he wants to be a head coach, he needs to give play calling duties to somebody else. So right off the bat, that right there is going to lead to the downfall of him and the Jacksonville Jaguars. More importantly, take a look at this man's coaching experience, right? The guy's coaching experience is very weird. Very weird. Every year it seems like he's moving to a new team. Prior to the Buccaneers offensive coordinator job, he was like in Kentucky, then he was in the Rams, then back to Kentucky, then back to the Rams. If you even go further back, it seems like every year he's just changing and moving and moving and moving. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. I don't know if that means nobody wants him or everybody wants him. It's very weird. And the fact that there's no continuity with any of these teams is a little bit concerning for me. Even this year, it's his first year as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers offensive coordinator, and then he's gone like that. He had a good year, but he's gone like that. I don't know how to judge this man. I have no idea what to expect from him as a head coach, but based on the way he says Duval County, based on the fact that he's going to be calling offense, and based on the fact that this man has, no continuity with any team that he coaches, I think this is going to be a fucking disaster. Absolute disaster. Jaguars already are kind of a disaster as it is. I don't think he's going to be that good. Yeah, Liam Coen is going to struggle real bad in my opinion. I don't like him at all. I hate this coaching hire. I think Jaguars are doomed. The next one is the Las Vegas Raiders hiring Pete Carroll. I'm going to give this one a B. The reason why it's not an A is because the man is 73 years old. Do y'all really think he's young enough or has enough time to install his culture in the Raiders and coach them for a long period of time, how long is this man going to be coaching for? I don't care if he's in great shape, physically and mentally. That doesn't mean anything. He's 73 years old. Put the fries in the bag, Pete Carroll, or retire at least. Again, I don't know why he wanted to come out of retirement so badly. He has a lot of work to do with the Raiders, a lot of work to do, offense and defense. And I just don't know if he's the right answer. He's too old. He's just too old. But that's why they're getting a B. The reason they're not getting a complete F or D is because Pete Carroll's Pete Carroll. It's simple as that. He's won a national championship in college. He's won a Super Bowl in the NFL. He's had continued success with the Seahawks. He took a Seahawks team, which was absolute dumpster fire, and turned them into a Super Bowl contender, Super Bowl winner, I should say. Year in and year out, they were very successful under the Pete Carroll years. So I as a head coach, Pete Carroll's a great head coach. My concern is his age. I think he's too old. I think he's washed up. I don't think he's going to be as good of a head coach as needed to be. So, he gets a B. Maybe the Raiders can do better with Pete Carroll, but for the long-term goal, I don't see it. I don't see it. He's too old. I give him 5 years max before he's either fired or retires again. That's the reality. You can't do this forever. This is a young man's sport. This is a young man's sport. Look at Liam Coen. He's like 39. And fucking Pete Carroll's 73. It's a huge difference. Huge fucking difference. If I'm not mistaken, Pete Carroll is going to be the oldest head coach of all time. All time. Yeah. 73 is too old. But he's Pete Carroll. So the Raiders get a B. Dallas Cowboys hiring Brian Schottenheimer. D. Horrible hire. Look, Schottenheimer might be a good offensive coordinator. He might be a decent coach. He comes from a line of coaching. Obviously, his daddy, Marty Schottenheimer, was a very good coach for a long time in the NFL. So he comes from that experience. But does that mean anything? Honestly, does that mean anything? This hire seems to be a way to appease Dak and say, oh, we're going to hire your offensive coordinator to be the head coach now. No turnover, no new system. We'll let this guy do his thing. I have no idea why they hired Schottenheimer. I don't know if it's one of those things where it's like a 1-2 year type of rental, I guess you could call it. Overturning of the stone in Dallas, where they're going to look for a much better candidate next year or the year after. See what they got with Schottenheimer. He's younger. Maybe he'll do something. In any case, I'm not a fan of this hire. I'm going to give it a D. I'm going to give this a D. I don't see the upside with Schottenheimer. I don't think he's going to be that good of a head coach. Again, offensive coordinators turned head coaches usually are not successful as the defensive coordinators turn head coaches. Jerry needs to look himself in the mirror, reevaluate his decision making, and maybe then they'll find some level of success. I'm very confused by this hire. I think they could have found somebody better. But Godspeed to the Cowboys. Maybe Schottenheimer is going to carry on his daddy's legacy. The final team, the New Orleans Saints, who do not have a head coach at this moment. And I'm going to give this an F. You know why? I don't give a fuck who they hire as head coach. It's not going to be Mike McCarthy. It's going to be somebody that's probably going to have to step up from within the Saints organization to take the job. That's the reality. You know why? Because this Saints team is a dumpster fire. The roster itself isn't horrible, but the salary cap situation is so bad that no decent candidate will ever want to coach this Saints team. I'm giving this team an F no matter who they hire. They need to fix their salary cap situation. They need to dump those old Derek Garbage-ass players, right? Maybe then they'll attract a good head coaching candidate, but I don't care who they hire. It's an F. They need to rebuild this team from the ground up because no decent candidate is going to the Saints. Those are my grades for all the head coaching hires of the 2025 head coaching cycle. Let me know your thoughts down below.